Hey everybody, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Beetle Brad's channel, and I hope y'all are doing great and doing well today. Well, today, kind of sit back because I'm doing something just a little bit different this time around. I'm kind of talking about the Imagine. So I'm going to give you some options and show you a bunch of Imagine things to kind of get you outside of the box of just thinking of maybe just the CD or just the LP. So what do you say we get started? And I've got multitude copies of stuff to show you. So here we go. First up is my Imagine album. This is my American copy. Very nice. I've had it for a long time. This must have been one of the first albums I ever bought. I didn't buy it originally, but it's in just fantastic shape. Still plays very, very well. Just really, really love it. Like I said, it's in great shape. Here's my original insert. And then this is kind of different, kind of fun and different. This is all the lyrics and all the words and everything and songs to Imagine and the rest of the album. Kind of neat. This is really during John Lennon's, he kind of went through a white period, I guess you could say, where John basically, my opinion, kind of denounced the Beatles. So he kind of went pure and thinking white was pure and all that kind of stuff. So he kind of went white and everything. John started wearing white clothes. He bought white cars. He had a white Mercedes limousine. He had a white Rolls Royce. Let's see, what else did he have? He had, well, I mean, he had some other cars that were different colored, but you know, the Mercedes limousine, 500K actually, what it was a limousine, and that was white, and the Rolls Royce, and then the poster, which is really cool. The poster is really neat. That came in the album. And this was terrific, that we got a poster of John at the piano for Imagine. This was great. Came in the album as well. And then this was, like I said, John wore white clothes. He had white, all kinds of white stuff. But this wasn't real nice. This is also included in the album, and this is kind of John's kind of stab at Paul. John holding a pig, kind of the way Paul holds the Ram on Paul McCartney's Ram album. So it was kind of a jab at Paul, and they kind of went back and forth of different things, and yeah, it kind of got ugly there for a while between the four of them with different albums. But we're talking about Imagine and moving on. This next one up is a 45 from France. Very nice, 45. And that is on Apple. I'm not going to pull it out. I mean, it's just the standard, you know, black 45. Very nice. Next up is another Imagine album, and this one is from Japan. Very nice. I've had this for a while. Excellent sound quality. Really, really good. This is what I go to, and I think that is much better quality than the actual CD. There hasn't been really a CD that I think that's comparable to the Japanese pressings, and that's just my opinion. You know, I like the Japanese stuff. The quality is just superb. Here's the sheet that comes with it, and the other side. Let's see, down here is different Japanese stuff as well. Great picture though. Isn't that a great picture of John? Just neat. I really like John in this period. Like I said, even though it's this white period and all that kind of stuff, it's still fantastic. Whoops, excuse me, I dropped something. No editing. You get just Brad the way it is. And they come in these plastic forms. And look at this. I mean, this is just, it just glistens with goodness. yeah, the quality of this is just fantastic. I mean, look at that. The record looks like it hasn't even been played. I mean, it's just fantastic. And as Beatle Brad does, I record these so they go on to CD for me, so I won't wear out my records or scratch them. A lot of this I'll zip through because it's repetitive. And of course the John with the pig. And the insert. Insert as well. And of course we've got the poster, which is the cool thing of getting this poster. Did a lot of you put your posters up on the wall? Did you get this? Did you put your poster up on the wall, or did you leave it in your album like I did and kind of keep it fresh and minty? And a lot of you probably have holes in the corners where you put it up on the wall. This is a little bit thicker than my American one. This American, I'm not going to open it. You just saw the poster, so leave me alone. Hey, you just saw me poster. Don't need to show it again. I know it's upside down. But yeah, it's a little thicker than the American one. Very nice. Then next up is my John Lennon 45 from America. Imagine. Hopefully you're getting that all right. A little bit of glare. I'm not going to take it out. This is really cool. This is my John Lennon album. Next up is this one. And it's got a different up here in the corner, which makes it different. And also down below here, this is all different. And this album, Imagine, is from Bulgaria. Very, very rare, very hard to get. And this is, like I said, this is in great shape too. I've played this, and this sounds just very nice too. Yeah, Bulgaria. But isn't that cool? Got a little bit of dust on it, excuse me. But just fantastic. And it sounds great. Sounds really good. American one, I think, is probably the less... Got an itch in my eye. Excuse me. I've been doing that ever since I started. I think the American one's probably the less sounding one out of all of them. Which is kind of sad to say, but it is. All right, next up is this 45. Broop, broop, like that. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Really nice. The back on this as well. And here we have the 45 to it. The other side. This is nice. This is from France as well. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Imagine 45 from France. This is excellent. If you're looking for just a copy and you can't afford to buy the Japanese one, this one that they put out in the 180 gram when they re-release this, still the plastic, sorry about the glare. The 180 is fantastic. Really, really good. I enjoy this one a lot. I do listen to this one. And it's American Press, by the way, I think. I think it's American Press. For some reason, and I guess just with my ears, I think side 2 was better sound quality than side 1. And it's got the insert with Paul and John with the pig. And it's got polyfill, which is very nice to have that. And it's a much heavier weight. Much heavier weight. Well, of course, being 180 gram. But look at the apple. The apple's much darker than the other apples that I've shown you. And that's kind of neat. Nothing wrong with it. Just showing there's a little bit of difference there. So that's really cool. And then they give you this, the insert. And this, the other ones are all made out of paper. All the ones. And this is like a thick cardboard stock. So that's a much thicker stock, which is a little bit different. And of course, You get the poster in this one as well, the 180. And this is a little bit thinner. This is kind of like the American one, kind of the stock in that. Next album up is Imagine. Hey, imagine that. Sorry, didn't mean to do the pun. This one is make sure I got it up right, kind of a rare one. This is a Russian copy of Imagine, and it's flimsy, but it's really cool to have. Kind of hard to find. Get your listings just on the back. It's a different backing, as you can see. There's the insert, but I put it in one of the plastic ones. There's the pressing on that. Also, there was a very, very big radio show, and I don't know if it was worldwide. Maybe some of my viewers can tell me. Maybe you might know better than I do about this radio show. It's really neat. It was great in America. It's the Lost Lennon series, and this is my Lost Lennon. And this was a radio show. This particular one isn't about Imagine, but it does have a lot of Imagine in it. You know, they do play Imagine throughout the whole thing. And the cool thing is it's a 2-record set, as you can see. 2 records. And I'm not going to take them out. You just saw them. I'm in a crazy mood today. And this is the cue sheet for the radio station. So this tells the radio station, all the commercials are in this and the whole thing, but it's called the Lost Lennon series. So for those of you that are my overseas people, if you heard that, let me know. I'm just out of curiosity. I'd be interested to know if that came about. And it's a great series. If you're looking for some great John Lennon interviews, you can pull them up online now, so you know you can kind of do that as well and then kind of give them a listen. I have a bunch of them. They're terrific. Next 45 is this one. Yeah, I'll make sure I get it right here. Looked like it was upside down. And this too is from France. Great one. Seem to have a lot of, seeing the backing's just the same as the front. Not even gonna take the record out. I'm kind of running long on time. And then you start seeing Imagine show up in compilations like this one. This is a great compilation. And I've also got the CD of Imagine, which is good. There's another one floating around that I'd like to get, but I don't have that one eventually. I'll find it. Something else I was going to show y'all. Oh, I know. Let me grab this. Excuse me for a minute. You may say, Beetle Brad, you're not showing everything of Imagine. Well, there's also this Imagine, which was a much later and all of that kind of stuff. We're not talking about this Imagine, so get this out of your mind, because I know a lot of you are going to comment and say, you didn't mention this Imagine. I've got more stuff on this Imagine, so we're not even going there. And then for my heavier core collectors, this is a book all about Imagine. And this is just pages and pages of pressings of Imagine stuff. Great book. Kind of a great insight on what to collect, which ones, how many pressings. A lot of colored pictures in the middle. Kind of gives you an idea. It shows both the Imagines. But like I said, we're not showing that today. I'll do that another time. A lot of great Imagine stuff in here. And like I said, it's just pages of stuff that you can collect on Imagine. It's kind of wild to think that there's so much out there. But it's just fascinating of all the different things that are, and it kind of gives you a breakdown, reading and all that kind of stuff, so you get an idea. But I highly recommend this book. Here's the author. And this is great. Then he has a couple different volumes out as well. But this is the Imagine book. Excellent book, like I said. A great source for collecting, like I said, and all kinds of stuff in there as well. You didn't know I had so much stuff on Imagine. Told you I was going to expand your mind on it. And of course, the movie itself is terrific. This is excellent, by the way. If you don't have this in your collection, you really need to pick this up. This is very good, and we possibly might be getting ready to have a new release of Imagine this year. Maybe. We'll see. Talking about outtakes and different takes and all that kind of stuff, which showed up in a lot of the Lost Lennon episode vinyl stuff too, which I've got too. The Lost Lennon has a lot of really good outtakes and John Lennon stuff as well. That's really good set. I thought I brought that up with me, but I didn't. So the Lost Lennon, I'll show those to you later. Then these are bootlegs. These are all John Lennon stuff of Imagine and all kinds of stuff. Outtakes. Just incredibly good stuff. That's 2 hours of outtakes. Here's another John Lennon one. This is 2 hours almost. Yeah, I think that's 2 hours as well. And here's another whole Imagine one, and that's another, this one's an hour. So there's 5 hours of outtakes. So hopefully they'll come out with a really good DVD on John Lennon and outtakes. And it was all basically, a lot of it was from this book that Yoko did. And there's a lot of other stuff that was from this book. But it's not just Imagine. There's just a little snippet in there about it. But I've got a lot of other stuff to show you too. But I think I'm going to end there because it's Imagine and there's a lot of stuff coming out on Imagine. So I hope you enjoyed my segment on Imagine. I hope I kind of opened your mind a little bit to look for different stuff and all that kind of things. Let me turn this down just a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed it. And as I say to each and every one of you on my channel, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. Good to see you. Take care.